just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 8 catches, 116 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Able to, and the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go play action here on first down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Buccaneers at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
And a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. Dancing away at the 35. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 60 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
But we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's a second drive in the first quarter.
I was going to say, only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. The quick slant caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Gabriel Davis from 10 yards out. And the Bucs had taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. Asante Samuel Jr. that time up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. 14 yards that time, and a 1st down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Play action. Now Purdy. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's what we turn to your line and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. They find some open field here. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Caught at the 26. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back to throw now on first down. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Up the middle they go. Chaney. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Touchdown! DJ Chark from 8 yards out as his guys have now moved out in front. Pass on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Roughing the passer, defense.
So a mistake there, Charles, from the rookie pass rusher.
And oftentimes when you make the jump from college to the NFL, you have to adjust to the rules. But in this case, the rule's no different than in college. Once the ball's gone, you can't continue on and get your shot in. That's one where you have to have some discipline. And even though he's a rookie, he really should know better.
Purdy to throw it on first down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On first down, Purdy. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with him for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, 49ers. Amon-Ra St. Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. On play action, they'll throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going right back to Fant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Purdy looking to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And it'll be intercepted. intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Chaney, room here to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. On the slant, this is Chark. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Michael Palardy now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Steps away. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Back to throw again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Bucs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Here's Michael Palardy now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action here on first down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Up the middle they go. Chaney. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown.
And the 49ers are going to have their football here at their own 35-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Purdy again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
On first down, Purdy.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown!
Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Then the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Now back to throw. That's complete right around the 8.
And the Buccaneers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Gabriel Davis.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bucs are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. That time a 6-play drive.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Purdy from the gun.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches.
The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. That one looks like he'll throw here. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun, because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. That's Samuel, caught left side. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now with Purdy. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Purdy off the play fake. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead and the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show.
Your best friend hanging out the undo. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you dare look in the breast, feel the get up in your chest. While I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome. You and dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong though, that's against our bro code. Headed to his home though, know we living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. This shit in his face, from then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain, you didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Go. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold. With your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
game. Don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished. Put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
It's alright, man. Cool. I be going there like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read it, nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zone, I'm gone. When I'm in my zone, I get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh, no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car with like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna climb the time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping around and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no time cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk dog, it's a room full of brinds. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hail the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
Told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking.